Hey, this world is a crazy, scary place. I'm sure you figured that out by now. This world can be a pretty dark place. Things happen. Things happen that threaten our safety. Things happen that threaten our security. We're not sure what the future holds, and it's kind of a scary thing. We worry about that. We can get pretty stressed out about that. Well, in Luke chapter 12, Jesus offers us some serious encouragement. It's kind of like a nightlight for the soul. He gives us some words that can get us through some real dark times, through some real scary times. And he tells us some things that we really need to hang on to. And it's in the context of a conversation that he's having with his disciples. And he knows that people are eavesdropping. It says this: Jesus spoke to his disciples knowing that the crowds would overhear. So he wanted the crowds to overhear. He wanted people to kind of eavesdrop into this private conversation he's having with his disciples. And he tells them this, and we're going to start in verse 4. He says, "Listen, my friends, if people are trying to kill you, why be afraid? After you're dead, what more can they do?" I love that. They can only kill you. Don't worry about that. It's no big deal. Here's whose opinion you should be concerned about: the one who can take your life and then throw you into hell. He's the only one you should fear. But don't misunderstand. You don't really need to be afraid of God, because God cares for every little sparrow. How much is a sparrow worth? Don't 5 of them sell for a few cents? Since you are so much more precious to God than 1,000 flocks of sparrows, and since God knows you in every detail, down to the number of hairs on your head, at this moment you can be secure and unafraid of any person, and you can have nothing to fear from God either. I love it. God knows me in detail. He knows even the hair on my chullet. He's got that counted. And the same with you. He knows everything about you. You are totally, completely known by your Creator. So why should you be afraid? Okay. And then he goes on to say this in verse 22 to his disciples once again. He says, "This is why I keep telling you not to worry about anything in life, about what you'll eat, about what you'll clothe your body with. Life is more than food, and the body is more than fancy clothes. Think about those crows flying over there. Do they plant and harvest crops? Do they own silos and barns? Look at them fly. It looks like God is taking pretty good care of them, doesn't it? Remember that you are much more precious to God than birds. Which one of you can add a single hour to your life or 18 inches to your height by worrying hard?" I've tried. It doesn't work. Okay, if worry can't change anything, why do you do it so much? And then he goes on to say in verse 29, "Don't reduce your life to the pursuit of food and drink. Don't let your mind be filled with anxiety. People of the world who don't know God pursue these things, but you have a Father caring for you, a Father who knows all your needs. Since you don't need to worry about security and safety and food and clothing, then pursue God's kingdom first and foremost, and these other things will come to you as well." Okay, the world's a scary place. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes. It can be scary. It can be a little stressful. But it seems like God's trying to get across the message to us that the cure for fear, the cure for worry, is just to know that we are known. To know that we have a Father that cares for us. To know that we have a Father that death can't separate us from Him. Nothing can separate us from His love. He cares for us. When we know that we are known, it can alleviate a lot of the stress in our life. It can alleviate a lot of the fear. He knows you. He knows your situation. He knows what you're going through. He knows where you live. Realize that. Know that you are known. Know that nothing will separate you from His love. You can put your worries, you can cast your cares upon Him. God bless you guys. Giddy up.